So, people are mad about gas prices, and like every president before him, Biden is taking the hit. Here's the skinny on what happened. Starting around the spring of 2020, when we were locked down, working from home, not traveling or going anywhere because of the pandemic, the demand for gas dropped dramatically. So American oil producers dropped drilling dramatically. And when they did that, they laid off a ton of people. The companies say they fired all those workers to just try and stay alive. But since gas companies make obscene profits, receive billions of dollars in government subsidies, and even if they were in trouble, which they weren't, we had 2 bailouts to make sure businesses like theirs didn't go under, it wasn't about trying to stay alive, but more about trying to keep their profits high and their bonuses flush. But now that people are back to driving and traveling, these same companies are taking their sweet time to ramp up industry, because less product means higher prices. And they are making killer profits because of it. In fact, the oil and gas industry is making more money now than they were before the pandemic. They have leases on 23 million acres of public land they aren't using. Almost 10,000 permits to drill, but they aren't drilling. They aren't spending profits to hire back their employees or make their businesses more efficient. They're spending it on shareholder buybacks instead. The bottom line is, oil companies would rather raise prices than increase supply. Now, we could get our gas from somewhere else, but OPEC, the organization that controls the oil in the rest of the world, won't sell it to us because they're doing exactly the same thing, restricting the amount of product that goes into the market so the prices stay high and they can recoup the profits they lost during the pandemic. The problem isn't Biden. The problem is greed. Remember, these are the same companies that hid the research and said they were causing catastrophic climate change for 40 years and bought up all electric vehicle patents so they couldn't be made. These are not good people. These are good businessmen. President Biden might not have much power over this industry, but what he does have, he's using. He signed an executive order for the Department of Energy to release 50 million barrels of oil from the strategic reserve to help lower the cost of gas. He coordinated that effort with other large nations to do the same. He publicly called out OPEC for holding back the supply, and he also asked the FTC to consider whether the oil and gas industry is engaging in any potentially illegal and anti-competitive behavior, making prices higher for the American consumer. And lo and behold, crude oil prices started coming down. Funny that. So people can keep putting the Biden "I did that" sticker on gas pumps across America, but it only shows how little they know about who the real villain here is. And it's not the president. As usual, it's corporate greed. Wah, wah.